get this game started. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. What a way to start this game. Try to rattle them right off the bat with an onside kick, and it pays off. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Brooks. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
And 3 receivers on the left side here on second and short. The play-action fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Finds his man. It's Ross. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big, but you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. The Dudes are in the hurry up. Back to throw. It's Barnett. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the right. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Fires to the middle. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
It's complete to the left. On the move at the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Keep it on the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. He showed it all there. A little looseness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He finds his man. He's there to make the stop, and not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Boise State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense. They have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Working that left side now. They stop it almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover. Pick up the 1st. They'll try to get it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. keeping it on the ground with the single back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You can tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on it to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. And the Dukes will punt it. Oh, they're trying to trick him. It's a fake. Myers on the move. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way.
Well, he started rolling to his right. Because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target. And his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
Now improvising. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Off play action. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
That's caught. It's Genty. Takes it all the way down to the floor after making the grab, and they're set up.
Yeah, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Broncos will try to put one on the board on first and goal. He's got the tight end. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Quarterback checking the play. The aerial assault continues. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! On to attempt the draw. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So they picked up 32 yards on that drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And hold on, I want to know what's here.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
After the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Second down now after the sack. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. Starting to feel a little pressure. They get to him as he throws. And that pass intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Looking for room. It's Genty. He smashes his way through again. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
And I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness to him.
He's so hard to get on the ground, Dave. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
They'll run it on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Gets it out quickly. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Feeling some heat. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. That pass is in. They might be fortunate. It wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on. Check, check, check. Do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those in this play and finished it off with a nice lick. Nice physical play.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Yeah, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out of the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, doing them.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Washington State.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Okay, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll call for the fair catch here. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
He'll pull it down. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. The Dudes want to move quickly. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Snap it to the back. And the Dukes pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Dukes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast.
And you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll be able to snap it once more before the end of the half. Off play action on 1st down. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Broncos will line up to kick off and start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to...
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick six. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes. They've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Catch in the middle, it's Genty. And he goes home in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Memphis took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Tigers that fired on all cylinders. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Dukes moving quickly to the line. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing the quarterbacks throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They'll try the run. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
I think you run that ball right there knowing that I'm going to run it again on fourth down. I'm going to go for it on fourth down. I got another play. Nice job by that defensive line, not getting moved around, making a play. They got to get one more stand right here.
Fires to the tight end.
I That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw it on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
This is going to be tough sledding for this quarterback now. You're trailing. You're in the second half. Defense knows you've got to throw it. You're going to have to sit in the pocket under duress and start making throws in tight windows. It's not an easy situation by any stretch, but big-time players make big plays in big games.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. I like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver, which usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He chucks one out to the right. And that one is picked off in the end zone. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Takes the handoff. It's Genty. Fights off the defender. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to throw. It's Nelson. Makes the grab. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. And they're able to make the tackle. The Dukes will hustle from the line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Lets it fly. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Makes the catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for offense.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Touchdown, James Madison. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They took it 68 yards on that drive. Still a lot of time to go here in the third quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grab behind the line. It's Genty. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback will audible. Looking to pass on second down. The short hands, it's Genty. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I love working with slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Back to pass, it's Nelson. Makes the grab on the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play, their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that speed.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball on the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And this drive feels like it's just gone on forever, right? The clock is just ticking away. The defense is aware of that. It's got to be frustrating because you just allowed another first down, fresh set coming up. You've got to do something to stop this bleeding.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Broncos. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to cover the kick after that team, everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. The give to the left. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Now 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Barnett. It's complete on the right side. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. And the Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He's going to run it. At the 45 on his way. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Dukes have their offense in high gear. To the air on 1st down. He's looking deep. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And the Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Complete. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job.
Got his man. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Loss on 1st down increased the degree of difficulty. 2nd and goal from the 8. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. To throw, it's Nelson. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Got it near midfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop up.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Defensively, the clock late in the game when you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the passer, keep that quarterback in the pocket. Make him beat you from in there. You're dropping back in coverage. You got more DBs on the field. You're just trying to...
Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance. They'll line up to go for two. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
It's reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And on fourth down, they'll come up and take a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Much plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance.